Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I saw something on Instagram that really stuck out to me and made me want to read it, and then I wanted to share it. So I'm going to try and attach it in this video so you can see it more clearly, but I just took a screenshot of this infographic, if you will, and it's called Listening to Your Emotions. One thing we don't realize is that our emotions are inclinations in our body that is telling us something. And once we are able to understand what it means to feel bitter or to feel anxiety, then we can control it and kind of understand how to act when we're feeling that kind of way, so we're not harboring those negative emotions. So I'm just gonna read off of this and just go over quickly because it definitely brought some light to me and helped me. And I wanna be able to bring some light and maybe help someone who may be going through a difficult time in their life and is dealing with some of these emotions. So the first one is bitterness. How many of y'all have ever felt bitter? If you have, drop it below and tell us about your experience and how you were able to let that bitterness go. If you are feeling bitter, I've been there, I've felt that. I think we all have. That's a place in your life, or that's a person that you need to heal some emotions, whether it's healing and moving on and taking this person out of your life, or whether it's learning how to heal with this person continuing to be in your life and move forward and really move forward. The second one is resentment. How about resentment? How many of y'all have ever felt resentment? This says that this shows that you are living in the past and not allowing the present to be as it is. So if you're holding on to resentment, you might want to dig deep into that. Dig deep into what is causing that feeling of resentment and kind of, pray about it. Ask God to bring you clarity, or kind of talk to that person. Communication is everything. Verbal communication is everything, because you could communicate through text, especially nowadays. That's such a popular and common way to communicate, but the tone doesn't get sent with the text, and sometimes people can misinterpret what you're trying to say or think it has attitude or sarcasm or sass or no love, no emotion. So verbal communication, even if it's over the phone, doesn't have to be in person, is better than texting communication. Discomfort, number 3. Discomfort shows that you need to pay attention right now to what is happening, because you're being given an opportunity to change, to do something different than how you typically do it. So obviously discomfort can be from being uncomfortable, or that internal feeling of, I don't feel comfortable with this, but I may need to change either how I'm going to react to this situation. 4, anger. We've all been mad before. We've all felt anger. Kids feel anger. Animals feel anger. Anger shows that you are passionate. Anger shows what you are passionate about, where your boundaries are, and what you believe needs to change about the world. So that's very broad, and you can obviously interpretate that, but anger shows where you're very passionate. And I thought that was interesting, because we think of passion in like a good passion, a sexual passion, or something your hobby or interest you're passionate about. But also when you get angry, that is a form of anger, of passion, and it could be tied to multiple things. So definitely when you start to feel angry, understand where that's coming from also. 5, disappointment. Disappointment. So it says disappointment shows you that you tried for something, that you did not give into apathy, that you still care. So this is also interesting, because disappointment does have an underlying feeling of love involved. People can be disappointed in you and obviously still love you and have nothing but respect for you. But it does show that if this person is going to keep disappointing you, you may have to think about, does that person belong in your life? Do you want to live a life of disappointments? All right, let's see. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, 6, guilt. Guilt helps you understand the person that you do not want to be. It gives you an opportunity to forgive yourself in order to move on. That's also very insightful, because sometimes guilt can range from little guilt to huge, overwhelming waves of guilt. And it's important not to hold on to it. If you say you forgive yourself or someone else and you are moving on, you have to truly move on. So if you need to do some kind of wood burning, or write it down on a paper and burn it, or put it in a bottle and set it away in the ocean, or a balloon and release it, or whatever, you gotta be able to fix it internally and honestly let it go, and don't beat yourself up for something that a lot of people, maybe you should have moved on already. Okay, the next one, 7, is shame. So it says shame shows that you're internalizing other people's belief about who you should be or who you are, and that you need to reconnect with yourself. Isn't that interesting? And it's also true because sometimes we listen to people's opinions more than we listen to our own internal gut. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can judge ourselves based on other people's opinions, and that's whack. That definitely should not have any kind of effect on who you are as a person. And so this is something I tell my business partners, because I have a home-based business and an organization of women all over the world. And a lot of people start to get their feelings hurt or don't want to share about their business because of what other people will think. Other people aren't paying your bills. Okay, so you got to do what's best for you, and it's across the board. You got to do what's best for you and your mental health. Mental health is so important, especially nowadays. All right, and the last one is sadness. Sadness shows you the depth of your feeling, the depth of your care for others in the world. So obviously, we know what sadness means, and if you're feeling sad, it is important to be able to talk to someone, or even if you have a journal and you're not ready to talk to anyone, write it out. You know, get it out from here and onto the paper, and open up some space, open up some breathing room, so your mind is just not going crazy and all kind of thoughts and whatever. It's important to talk to people, best friend, someone you don't know, like a therapist or whatever the case may be. So I wanted to share that with y'all because I found it very insightful. I hope this helps someone, and this can show people that you can deal with your emotions. And if you have not been paying attention to them, to pay attention to them, because they mean something and they're coming from somewhere, and we were built and made with these emotions for a reason, to help direct us through this life. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Please share any insightful thoughts or experiences that you have in the comments below. I love building this community so we can help one another. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe now, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.